Restoration acting. Is it anything more than waving your arms about? In England in the 17th century, when the theatres were restored after being shut down by the Puritans, only 2 theatres were allowed to open at first, and the audience was a very specialized one. It consisted of people with time on their hands and enough money in their purses to be able to spend their afternoons in the theatre, not earning a living. The theatres were lit by candlelight, and this changed the acting, for to act in such a restricted light meant that the actors' faces were hard to see, and only when the actors crossed downstage, to get the full blast of the footlights, could the audience see their facial expressions at all clearly. Before the shutdown, there had been a direct link between the ruling classes and God, which was destroyed when the king's head was cut off and the ruling classes lost all their power. When it was suddenly restored, together with a new King Charles II, there was no longer a direct link between the divinity and power, and this led to an enormous amount of cynicism about responsibility and duty, and love and honor, and public morality was at such a low level that even today, they would be judged unfavorably. The plays at that time often dealt with sexual questions, uncovering what society kept under wraps. In fact, the use of beauty spots was initially not to bring attention to a pretty face, but to cover up the results of syphilitic sores that so many of them had. To share such provocative thoughts out front, with an audience who would have looked and sounded like those performers on the stage, was to make them real in the sense that everything done and said was a direct comment on those sitting out front. Just as today the audience of a David Mamet play would look and be dressed in a similar manner to those people on stage and expect a critique on their current morals and behavior. So it was then, and the plays then had the same topical impact as our modern playwrights have now. The tight-fitting shirts, they had not yet invented gussets, made it very difficult to raise an arm. The large amount of lace around the wrist made it difficult to disentangle one's fingers, and the sexual allure of a man's calf meant that men would show it off at all times, and even went to the extremes of wearing falsies. That is, boosting the size of a calf the way modern bras boost the size of a breast. To walk about with restricted arms, lacy fingers, and flaunting one's calves leads to, yes, the specific restoration walk, which is, yet again, a simple truth of trying to walk in those costumes and in those conditions. Style has again been shown to be at heart a truthful response to the world and theatre at that time. The modern actor then needs to take in the knowledge of how the original plays were presented, and with the production team find the way of sharing it with the audience now. Is it to find the modern equivalents in the story? Is it to give a nice reconstruction of an old-fashioned event? Different productions will come up with different solutions, but the core of it is an understanding of what was originally required of the performers.